My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. And man, I tell you, that Crow is a funny dude. And I'll tell you why. First things first, your screen did blend in to the tablecloth, and I'll tell you why. I said a difference between night and day. Do you know what that means difference between night and day? That means if you look at a screen, you can clearly see there's a huge difference between night and day in the screen. Your product in the demonstration still matched the screen, and it did. And I noticed that your environment still, as always, dark environment, always in the dark environment. And I'll show you where Crow made his mistake at. Let's fire up the screen, show you how it's done. First things first, in your demonstration, when I saw it, no difference between night and day. When I take your screen and I stick it against my screen and I show the color red and your screen washes out, that's the difference between night and day. Your colors were still blended into the screen. So let me show you a difference between what night and day means, Crow. So you understands. If I take your Cinemax and I stick it on the screen and I show the color red, your screen doesn't produce the same color. It turns like a reddish, turns kind of like a gray. So it doesn't match my screen. I said difference between night and day. Number two, the area where you had your screen at, completely dark. Again, like I said, can't do this demonstration correctly. And let me show you. Your screen still matched. Now you notice as I'm doing this demonstration, I have more light in this environment right now than he used in that demonstration. He kept the screen in the dark. But you still matched the screen, just to let you know. You still matched it. There was no difference between night and day. Now I'm going to fire my projector up on this side, put your sample sheet up there, and show you what night and day, a difference looks like. All right? So you understand what I'm talking about between night and day. If you walk outside right now, it's sunny outside. You know it's not nighttime. There's a difference. It means night and day. You have to show a huge, massive difference between that. You didn't show that in the demonstration. So you still failed. And in parts of the demonstration, your screen matched it. So let me get your sample sheet and stick it over here real quick. Show you how it's done. Or they take what they can get, can't they? They usually try to take what they can get. Now, once you got to get that tablecloth, don't forget to get the Sherman Williams paint. Don't forget that. Don't pick and choose. Remember, you still have a lot of testing to go. I'm glad you made the effort to get the tablecloth, but you still didn't pass it. And you still got to get the Sherman Williams paint. So you still got to do that next. You're not done yet. Just because you do one little thing doesn't mean you're done. I mean, keep in mind, we do a slew of demonstrations for just one of our products. You still are going to have to do the Sherman Williams. You're still going to have to do all the other items we told you to do. You got to do all of them at the end of the day. We got 19 or 20 something test demonstrations under Black Phantom technology. Now you see how my screens fire up in fully lit environments? Crow screens always stay in the dark. And I told you they stick to them bright colors all the time. They have to, because the screens will wash out. Let me show you a difference between night and day. Now you see the screen over here we're showing displaying? This is what you have to show in your demonstration. A difference between night and day. Which means it must show a huge difference. See how you don't pull up on the football game? How you come washed out? That's what I mean by a big difference. You have to show that much of a significant difference that there is a reason why a customer wouldn't pay the money they're going to pay for your product over $21 surface. See how your product washes out on my screen? There you go. The color red. See? That's what you mean by a huge difference between night and day. If I take your product over here and I lean it against my screen, the customers can see right there from the door that my screen produces the best spread level, when yours is washed out. It doesn't produce anything. That's what you have to be to produce. Stop cutting corners and do your job right correctly. I'm tired of scolding you every time on this nonsense. Should have been had this done. Let's go over here. Let's see. Let's go to... Now we're going to be picking up some hobby paint. It's called apple bottom. Something's weird. It's a paint. But anyway, we're picking it up to see if it matches. I bought black for myself too, also to show you that at the end of the day our product's not going to match. But he's going to match that timeless gray we're going to be picking up. But like I said, at the end of the day, his product matches just about everything. Let me see. So let's show you the demonstration that Crow did. Now, I noticed something weird too. You walked away from the product and you came back. This is what I want to see. Something doesn't look right here. Look like you did a switcheroo in your demonstration. I'll tell you why. The first time you put the screen up, it blended. You came back, it was a different screen. Watch this. I told you, you got to watch this guy. Let's come over here. Now watch when he comes over the first time to the screen, right here. Get these commercials out of the way. All right. Now watch this. The first time he walks over to the screen, look at the material he pulls out. That's the color of the material right there. I got to bring you guys up because we're in portrait mode on this thing. There we go. Now watch. When he walks over to the screen. That screen pulled a better contrast level than your screen, and also pulled the same color as your screen right here, here, and here with no problem. It just matched your screen, Crow. You didn't show a difference between night and day on that demonstration. You didn't realize when you were holding the screen against the wall that your screen blended right in, right there. See right there? Blended in here. The screen pulls, this screen right here pulls a higher contrast level right here than the screen. Now, if you notice, he kept the demonstration on light demonstrations only. And look how dark it is in this environment right here. See how dark it is? But there's no huge difference between night and day. Where is the difference? Where do you see the difference between night and day? You don't see it, do you? Where's it at? See? That's what you're supposed to show. That's a huge difference between night and day. So when I take a black paint and I stick it against my screen, and you see that black paint turn really dark, and my screen can maintain a white level, that's the difference between night and day. This is not a difference between night and day. That's matching your screen. See, with Crow, how he works is, if it's a slight little hiccup, that's why I said no hiccups, no little bumps in the road. It has to show a massive difference between night and day. Thank you for doing that demonstration, because you just showed at the end of the day, your product just matched the tablecloth at the end of the day. And we're going to screenshot this and post this onto the fraud site. You just matched the tablecloth perfectly. Look at that. Tell me where that looks like this over here. If anything, the tablecloth is pulling a better contrast level, and there's still not a huge difference between night and day. Look at that. There you go. So how in the world is that a difference between night and day? Compared to what we have over here. Thank you so much for doing that demonstration. Yeah, your product just matched the tablecloth. At the end of the day, that tablecloth, basically at the end of the day, that customer basically would come off better just paying the $21 instead of just paying for your house paint at the end of the day. I don't see a huge difference there between night and day at all, period. There you go. Look at it. It pulls a better contrast level than your screen too. Look at how dark the contrast level is here compared to how light your screen is there. So it's pulling a better contrast in your product. The blues are darker here and they're lighter here. So your blues are washed out here. You got a much more richer blue right here. You're colorblind at the end of the day. Look at that. The blues are better on this side than they're on this side. I don't think he saw the picture correctly. And you completely failed. Your blues are actually darker here on this side of the tablecloth, and your blues are too light on this side. Yeah, the tablecloth is much better. Look how deep the blues are. The door, I don't even know why they do that. Why would you even go back and point at the door? That has nothing to do with that. If the light from your door and your window is making contact with your screen, all this would be well lit. It's too dark in this corner. There's no light from there making contact with that. So I don't know why you keep swinging the camera back there. There's no physical light making contact with your screen. That's why that's one of the tricks they do. Look how dark it is in these corners. And he wants to keep going back here to say, look how the light is coming from here, and it's not making any contact with your screen. If it was making contact with your screen, your area would be this well lit, like this. This how well lit this area is right here. That's light making contact with the screen. So you got to stop doing those things. Stop doing that right there to begin with. Your camera just changed a few minutes ago. Hold on for a minute. Look. Watch. Crow, your surface is different. That's not a great surface, Crow. And I'll show you why that's not a great surface. Your surface is coming up in the wrong color. Hold on for a minute. Go back here for a minute. Nah, Crow. Always doing something dirty. You're saying that product came up that dark, that screen came up that dark. We got it right here. You do know we have the actual screen here, and we have the actual product here. So if you fake that demonstration, it should look exactly the same way we do it over here. You faked your demonstration. That screen is beige. That's not a great screen. And guess what? I'm going to go order the beige version of that screen and do the exact same duplicate you just did. Because when we go back here, let me show you when he pulls the item out. That screen came up beige. This would be tan right now instead of blue. That screen's beige. That's why we offered to ship them down the screen ourselves. So when we add over here, that's why. Because there's certain selections, and I'll show you. That's why we offered to ship it down for him, because we knew he wasn't going to get the right color. I can't stand people who don't do their demonstrations correctly. Let's go over here and just pull it up. So let's see. If we have to go from there, we can go straight in and get it right from here. The reason why we know there's something wrong with the tablecloth, and I'll tell you why. We got a Cinemax down here, and we have his personal mix down here. They all match that surface with no problem whatsoever. Sooner at the end of the day, he doesn't have the right color, and he didn't pick the right color. That's how we know. Because we have other screen paints down there besides that. He picked the beige color. That's what he did. That's why it has that tannish look to it. That's why its white levels are coming up that way, because the screen he's using is beige. I knew something looked wrong. I'm like, wait a minute, something's wrong with that. It's a beige screen. And we're going to get the same one, bring it down here, and duplicate the same demonstration. I can't stand people who cut corners and do stuff like that. At the end of the day, buddy, like I said, we're going to duplicate your video, do the same thing you just did, and show how you cheated in the demonstration. And then after that, get the real one, because I'll ship it to your front door. If you want the real one, I'll ship it to your front door. And don't forget to get that paint while you're at it. And make sure the paint is not beige. Good gracious. Let's go pull it up. Let's see. We need the tablecloth. Let me skip this one. Let me come here and grab that tablecloth. Let's see. Our channel. Let's go over to videos. And let's pull up the tablecloth. Let me see. And still, what is the deal with the dark environments? I can never understand why anybody has to be in the dark that way. My goodness. Pull that tablecloth up. So projection, let's see. Here we go. Like gray, ivory, blue, gold, yellow. It's up here. We'll place that in order. We want the 5x4. And I want it in, let me see. Blue, gray, ivory, pink, orange. We'll take it in this one right here. Not that one, this one. All right, here we go. Add the cart. Let me see. Great sorter. All right, we just ordered it. I know for a fact that that's not the screen that came through there. That screen had a yellowish look to it. It looked like it was like beige. Anytime you take a beige screen, you look at it, it gets that kind of yellowish look to it. No. We got your product right over here, buddy, and it matched perfectly. But if you don't believe me, what we'll do is I'm going to send this to one of our beta testers so he can do the demonstration. Here we go. Because you have it against the Cinemax. Keep in mind, we matched your product against the Cinemax, the metallic mix, and the personal mix. So how do you explain that those three products all match that screen at the same time? So, do all three of them at the same time to see if that product you're using is not beige. And remember, he claims that the Cinemax we don't have is not real. And if you claim it's not real, we all know it's real. Because in the day, you still can't back it up to the product we have over here comparing to the Sherman Williams. If it's not real, then how do you explain the Cinemax matching in the personal? That's how I know that demonstration's fake. That color came up beige. Should have never came up beige, and that's a weird color for that to come up. So that's how I know there's something wrong there. It's a problem. Something you did wrong. And I'll show it to you. There's the color of the screen. Now, I'm going to take this upstairs, and I'm going to lay this on that screen and put this against your three mixes that are going to blend into this surface. And I guarantee you, same screen, your product on this side, that it doesn't look like your demonstration at the end of the day. Because your screen looks weird. I just thought about something. You had all that red lighting around your screen. That would change the outcome of the color of the screen. You know that? If you have a lot of red lighting around the screen, that changes the outcome of the screen. Crow, you gotta stop doing dirty stuff, man. At the end of the day. Because we'll figure out how you messed, how you cheated the demonstration. You had a lot of red light in that environment, a lot of it in that environment. We're gonna do a little experiment here. Let's use, let me see, what do we need here for this? Oh, we put away the scaffold. We can bring the scaffold out, we got time. That's what they're here for. Now, if you have the same surface that I have over here, when I take your 3 sample sheets and I stick them against this screen, I should get the same results you just got. It shouldn't match at all. It should come up tan. Remind you, in Crow's apartment, everything changes. Like screens that are black, they don't produce white levels, but we'll see. Let's see what happens. Because to prove my theory here, I'm going to send your paint to 4 different people with the same surface and see if they all get the same reaction. This is the same person. We did a demonstration against a screen called the Lux and faked the demonstration. Also faked the demonstration against the Dark Star 9. But I noticed this screen had a ton of red, a lot of red in that area. If you put too much red in the area, it affects the outcome of a screen. That can also change it too. Good thing we got a lot of neon in the house. We can make a red zone. But let's see. Same material. Except for I have 3 of your surfaces over here. Let's see if we get the same reaction you got in your video. Remember, we both have the same. If we have the same surfaces, it should react the same way, right? So let's see. Right there. That's perfect. Let's see. That's the whole reason why we built this section of the room. Test out whether or not you guys, when you start doing fake stuff, we can do it right in here. Mimic your same demonstrations. And still, not a difference between night and day. Let's see. Let's do the same demonstration and see if we get the same reaction that Crow got in his. If we don't, that means there's something wrong with your surface. Let's see what we're going to get here. stop taking demonstrations, girl. Been in this business for a long time. Go. Now, Crow, you better pray that it looks the same way. Because I'm going to send this out tomorrow to 5 people. Same sandwich sheet, same paint. If all 5 of them produce the same image, you're screwed. We don't have to do that. Let's see if we get the same thing you got. Remember, the same product you have right over here. Go. We're going to plant. Sorry, buddy. Why am I? Yeah. Now, when we get done with this one, keep in mind, we're still waiting on the Sherman Williams. Make sure my screen doesn't go anywhere. You're going to need this one. Oh, we have 2 in the other room. That one. Let's see if they match. Skyworth, food demonstration. Here we go. see. Let's take that one, and we need the other one first. Now, you claim that your product does not match any form of tablecloth whatsoever, correct? Let's see. Keep in mind, Crow, look at my environment. No dark corners. Well-lit environments. This is how we do things over here. We don't do things in the dark over here. Now, that should come up tan, as you displayed in your demonstration. That kind of tannish look to it. Here's your Metallica mix. Oopsie, I gotta go right back up there again. Make sure it stays this time. Yeah, there was something wrong with your screen, Crow. Well, you gotta stop doing so many fake demonstrations. You're phony as phony can be. Good gracious, you're such a fake. I told you something looked funny about the product when I was looking at it. It had a beige kind of color to it, which showed you something was wrong there. I wonder what you have on that package is from Amazon. I wonder if you got that surface from someplace else, because something doesn't look right. I got your product here. And we don't have a beige look to our screen. So what do you have on that surface, Crow? You faked your demonstration again. Now, we're going to buy new paint from you. And we're going to buy this surface. And we're going to send this out to 5 of our beta testers. And they're going to do the test themselves also, too. To show you at the end of the day, this guy does nothing but fake demonstrations all day long. How is it? We're over here in a live demonstration. I got your Metallica, I got your, Metallica Impersonal mix over here on this same surface from Amazon. And we're matching. Where's that beige color coming up at? Now, if you want, I will ship this right over to you. You just give me the go-ahead. You tell me yes, and I'll ship this same surface right over to you. Because something's wrong with your surface, Crow. It's coming up beige, coming with a really strange kind of tannish color to it. Why is that? Oh, Crow. Wow, how you fake your demonstrations at the end of the day. You fake your demonstrations at the end of the day. How sad are you at the end of the day? That didn't come up anywhere near as dark as the screen you just presented. And we're in a better lit environment than you are. You're actually sitting in the dark right now doing that demonstration. And we have all this light in here. As a matter of fact, I'll turn my overheads on if it's too dark in here for you. You see how much light we have in here compared to how he does his demonstrations? Sitting in the dark. I tell you what changed the outcome of the color of that screen. All the red neon you had hidden against the screen. That's what you did in the demonstration. What do you think? People are stupid at the end of the day? Come on, man. You gotta stop faking these demonstrations. Dumb. I have your product over here. Do you know that? I actually have your product over here, and I got the same surface that you have, and something doesn't look right. So how is it possible we have two of your mixers over here not only matching each other, but they're matching the surface, and we're not getting that funny tannish look to it? So how is that possible, Jamie? What did you do? Another cut corners, fake demonstrations? Do it again. And this time when you do it, make sure you add in all the demonstrations in one hit. Don't pick and choose. Do them all. Phony. Fake at the end of the day. Look at that. We're using more light than he's using in his environment. More light. Not even the dark. No red in the environment. None of that nonsense. Clean image. And we're still getting a better. We're getting the same thing we said. This product matches a tablecloth, and it does. You failed your demonstration. Where are you crow boys? We are never, ever. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. You don't even know how to do a demonstration correctly. There is no way in the world your environment's ever supposed to be that dark when you're displaying a screen. You got all that red light in there. You know when you put red light, that much red light in an environment, it changes the outcome of the color of the screen. Do you know that? That's what happens. It changes the outcome of the color of the screen when you have a lot of red in there. Do the demonstration again, and this time, keep the environment clean and well lit. Just like I'm doing in here in this demonstration. Mind you, when we did that demonstration, we was in a max out zone. You have to show a difference between night and day, Jamie. And at the end of the day, this is your product laying against this surface, and your product is matching a tablecloth at $21. In your demonstration, you have it sitting in the dark, and you have a ton of red neon in that one section. And here, we're sitting in a fully lit environment with the windows open, the overhead lights on, and I don't see any kind of that tannish darkness to the screen that you displayed. So how do you explain it? Interesting. How? My goodness. I told you, cut corners any chance he gets. Cut corners any chance he gets. He's sitting in that dark environment with all that red neon in there, and we're in here with all this light, windows open and everything, and your screen's blended in with no problem. Where's that tannish look at? I'm looking for it. Let's pull up an all-white snowstorm. 4K snow screensavers. Let's see if we get that tannish look. No, we don't get it. And we're using more light than you are in the environment. When you do the demonstration, pull all the neon out of the demonstration. Lighten the environment up so everything can be nice and bright when you do it. Stop faking your demonstrations. What a complete freaking idiot. Fail. Do it again. So at the end of the day, people, sorry, Crow failed this demonstration. Number one, like I said, dark environment and a ton of red neon in that one section. Red will change the outcome of a screen's picture quality and performance easily. You should be in an environment just like this when displaying the screen. This is how we're supposed to do the demonstration. When we did the demonstration of this product, we weren't in the dark. When we did the few in the dark, we weren't with a lot of neon. No, we didn't do all that. We did it in a neutral zone, plenty of light in the environment, so there's nothing disrupting the picture. Anytime Jamie does a demonstration, there's always something in there to disrupt the picture, always. There's no way in the world you should have did that demonstration with that much red neon in the environment. Your area is supposed to be lit like this. And I have no idea why they continue to point to look at the door and the window. The window light wasn't anywhere near your environment at all. If it was, the back end of that, where your screen was at, those corners, would have been well lit like this. If any of that light was making contact with it. That area wasn't even well lit. It was a very, very poor lit environment with a ton of red neon in it. See? Where's the tan at? So something's wrong there, buddy. Something's really wrong there. Because at the end of the day, your demonstration's coming up looking kind of fake. Because number one, where your screen's sitting at, it's way too dark in that corner. Number two, why do you have so much red neon in that section? Which is going to disrupt the picture quality right from the door. And we're doing this demonstration, fully lit environment, windows are open, light over top, nothing to disrupt the picture quality, just your screen lamp, and it's matching with no problem. So at the end of the day, people, it is what it is. This product matches a tablecloth. Crow went in and falsified its demonstration. Next time you do the demonstration, kill the neon light the environment up, so we can see that area well lit, corner to corner. That's what we want to see. Other than that, your product still is what it still is. And while you're on it, get to that, what do you call it? That 773. Get to that, because next week we got some stuff coming in. We got something called by company name. It's called it's called Apple. No, Apple board, something weird. I posted it already, but it's called a timeless gray. It looks exactly like your product. And you know how much that stuff costs? 97 cents. That's what it costs. 97 cents. Yeah, you heard me. I bought some black too, on top of that, to put against my screen. I keep it fair. So when I tell you have to show a difference between night and day, Jamie, you see when I take that black surface and I stick it against my screen and my screen pulls that high white level and that screen turns dark, that's the difference between night and day. Even in your failed attempt of trying to make your screen look different, you still came out in parts looking like the screen. So remove all that red neon out of it, brighten the environment up so we can see exactly what we're going to be supposed to be seeing at the end of the day. LG snowboarding demonstration. Yeah, where's this tan coming in at? I don't see it. I told you. That's the weird thing about Jamie's apartment. Anything that he's testing, anything that he's doing, just like the guy sat there and said, he will do any sneaky thing he can possibly think of to make his products look good at the end of the day. Like when you did the demonstration against the Dark Star 9. You kept that demonstration with that screen in a dark environment because you knew if that screen pulled any contrast, it was going to definitely overshadow your screen easily. You didn't show any contrast demonstrations. All you did was kept it nice bright colors on that screen. Instead of flipping over to contrast or white levels to show everybody everything, you kept it to one certain kind of color and you kept it in the dark as much as possible. Because if you put the lights on with the Dark Star 9, that screen would have overshadowed your screen. Which I ordered one too. I ordered the Dark Star 9 coming in. to put against your products over here, to show people the difference of what they should have saw in the demonstration, how you cheated the demonstration. That screen called the Lux, it got a weird name to it. He had the screen flipped over on the opposite side, which you're not supposed to have because it's a really shiny reflective coat that looks like it's hot spotting. And you were using it on an ultra short throw projector, which you're not supposed to use with that screen. It was supposed to be long throw. And you cheated in that demonstration. As a matter of fact, a YouTuber called you out on that one. I'll post him below. He talks about Crow quite a bit in his demonstrations, about Crow being a deceitful person that you can't trust at the end of the day, because he cuts corners left and right. J&K 4K demonstrations. Now, if you notice, Crow, as I'm doing this demonstration, I'm not picking one particular video. That's what you do. You pick one particular video that will work with you best. I'm showing everything. We're doing everything. Let's go over to this one. I want this one right here. The face is that's what I want. This is the top. Now we get over here. Let me see. No, we need this one. We need this one. This is what we need. We need this one. Yeah, at the end of the day, people, like I said, cut corners as always. Now I'm going to take this video I'm recording now and put it on the Sony DPO FH30 and compare it to the one that you have on a dual side by side. So people can see at the end of the day how you do dirty things at the end of the day. I know where you would have that much red neon in that corner like that much red. And then on top of it, it's so dark in that area. Gotta stop doing fake demonstrations. Here we go. Let's see if the screen comes up beige again. No, it's actually producing a better color than your two screen paints. Now let's bring that dark gray one up here, the one that actually outperformed the screens. Let's put that one up too, because you forgot one. Remember, there's two of these screens too, you forgot. There's this one, and then there's the dark gray. Let's go get the dark gray. You guys watch this, I'll be right back and get that dark gray. Now, Jamie, let's talk about something real interesting here. Keep in mind, if the product, and listen to me when I say this very carefully, this screen is a light gray. This screen is a dark gray. If you said that the screen paint you displayed on there and the gray screen produced a darker color and a beige color too, like a darker gray, this would have so much of a greater impact being much darker than that. Do you want to test that theory out? I think we should right now. Let's see what happens. Because you forgot one of your sample sheets. You forgot to get this one too. So, if he said he tested against this product, right? We tested against this product, and he said this product was able to produce a lighter color, and this one came out darker, which it's not doing, and as you can see. Then how much more this should come out even darker, being much darker than this one, right? You gotta think before you do stuff, man. Let's take this one right here. Let's put this one right here. Let's see if we make sure on the other side. Right here. Now this is the one that beats your screen paints. That is the dark gray version. Now let's see if it turns tan next to this one. You forgot one, Jamie. You forgot this one too. Let me show you. This is the one that beat all your screens in one hit. It even blended into your UV mix. Let's go over to, let me see, 4K demonstrations. Now, how come this one isn't turning tan? And this one actually is darker than the one you just had right here. Watch this. The color red. Ooh, that's not good. That screen right there can produce a higher red than your screen. The color blue. That's the screen that beat all your products in one hit. Let's give you a chance here. Let's take out the lights. Take this out. Let's give you a chance. Let's give you a chance here. I'm gonna give you a little chance here, okay? Take this out. Give you a little opportunity. Take out this right here and here. And we're gonna test this one tonight. My projector behind me is 5200 lumens. A lot of power behind me. Starfield screensaver. "4K Snow screensaver." So if you look at the screen, not tan, not beige, as in the color you displayed. You displayed a beige level, not a gray level, not a dark level, a beige. Your color came out beige. Let's go with let me see, 4K demonstrations. Let's go with, let me see. You're not picking up reds, you're not picking up contrast, you're not picking up anything. And this is on a tablecloth that can beat all three of your screens. And blend into the UV at the same time. Skyworth food demonstration. Let's see if we can get that dark beige look. I'm waiting for the dark beige to pop up. Where's the dark beige? Still waiting. Let's go over here by the pool. Still no dark beige. Where's the dark beige at, Jamie? Now we're back on the lighter screen. Still not seeing it. Let's pause right there. Ooh, I'm sure you have to seal it back here. Oh, we need this one here. Oh, should be doing this one. Oh, good. Hopefully, let me see. So I'm not seeing that dark, I'm not seeing that beige come in. Where is it? Show me where the beige is at, Jamie. Not even there. Not that dark color you just displayed. Now let's go back and let's look at the video that you just showed off. How dark the color came off compared to what we have right over there. That's where you gotta stop faking demonstrations. And I can't figure out why you had so much red in that one level. So much red. Why was it so dark in that one area? Now mind you, since you did start it already, now finish it. You still have the black and white mixtures to make. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, no, he's not going to skip those. That's going to definitely happen. And you still have the Sherman Williams paint to make. Let me go over to... See right there where your product matched in there? Blended nicely. But this is a part I have an issue with. Why do you have so much red in this one section here? So we go over here and look at her skin tone. Look right here. See how dark it is right there? Look how dark the color is right there. Look at it up close. Look how dark it is, right? Now, watch this. We have more light in our environment. Let's go over here. I forgot we're on fire stick. How come it doesn't look the same here? What's going on, Crow? What happened to that dark color you just displayed? Why was it so dark in your demonstration? But over here, it's nice and light. So something's wrong there. Because if you have the same fabric I have over here, and we have your product here too, then what's going on here? And mind you, this is the Metallica mix. This mix is darker than your Cinemax. This is the Personal. The Personal is lighter. The Metallica is darker than your Cinemax. And yet, on this surface, it's not even coming, it's matching without coming that dark. So what's going on? Something's wrong there. Here, let's take this product right here. We have right here. Here's the one right here. All right? Let's remove this. Take this out, and let's take this here. Okay? And let's put this over here so we don't have any strain on the screen. Put that right there. All right? What's going on, Jamie? Even disturbing, why are both of your products matching each other and they're both two different tones? So where's that dark color I'm seeing on that video, but I'm not seeing it here? And we have two of your screen paints on here at the same time. Something doesn't look right. That's why I say you can always out a fake. Always out them. That's the same thing where he did that demonstration. Recalls himself basically being in a well-lit environment when the entire time it was 12 o'clock and it was sunny because you could see the light piercing through his peephole and around the windows. And he had that board laying there to keep the light from cascading and disrupting the picture quality at the bottom of the screen. That just 4x8 board just happened to pop up, and one of his demonstrations just happened to be there for the sake of being there. At the same time, he was blocking a ton of light to keep from making contact with his screen. That's what I'm talking about. Those little, that's why you see us put those real detailed specifications in there to keep him from doing dumb stuff like that, from cheating. Einstein, like I said, we have your surfaces over here. We have your product over here. We have two of your screens laying up against the screen at the same time. Each one of these screens is a different tone, and they're all blending together. And yet on your demonstration, you're showing a screen that's producing a very dark color, but here, we're not having that issue here. Why is it not coming up the same way your product is supposed to be coming up? Let's play a little more of this. Yep, that decided not to want to be there anymore. Let's put that one back up there. So what's going on there? What's going on there? Let's add some light to the environment. So we got our overhead lights on now. So we're much brighter than what you were in your demonstration right now. What is going on? I don't see this dark tone coming up. You know where the dark tone came from? The red neons. That's where it came from. That's why you had all that red in that section over there. To change and disrupt the picture quality. Now this is what I want you to do. I want you to take that same surface, take it out of that environment, stick it on that 720p projector and move it out completely out of that entire section and put it someplace else and do the demonstration again. Because we have two of your mixes over here and nothing's coming up looking the same way in your demonstrations. As a matter of fact, we're producing a nice bright image. Look at that. And now you know why people, we're making this area right here. When people get on camera and they lie, because we can come here and we can redo the same demonstration all over again, the same way they're doing it, but we do it differently. We're not going to have it in the dark with a bunch of red neon lights wrapped around it. We're going to do this in a fully lit environment the way it's supposed to be done. I can't. Like I said, at the end of the day, this is why I said people like him don't need to be in the field. They don't need to be in the field. Now, while you're at doing this, since you're on a roll here, go down and pick up the Sherman Williams too. Don't forget that. And also too some black and white paint. Don't forget that either. And go pick up that other surface right here too while you're at it. Don't do one demonstration and think you're done. You know, you're far from done. But you got to do this one again because that's a complete fail. Complete fail. And I got some red neon too. I forgot about that. You guys watch that. I gotta go pick something up real quick. keep forgetting that I bought all of them. I have another one outside I completely forgot about. This is the ivory. This is the light one. This is front and rear. If you didn't know that. We need these anyway. We need them for a test. Oh, let me see something here for a minute. Well, look at that. Interesting, huh? Where's that beige color at? That dark beige he was showing off his video. I had to go and get that bad boy. Not even there, is it? Okay. Let's see if we can find something else that may match this beige he picked up somehow in his demonstration. Let's go to trying to find something here that'll match that beige look he had in his demonstration. Let's see. Okay, how about this one right here? Let's see if we can pick it up in here. See if this does it. So you can pick up that beige look. Not seeing it, are you? That's because you don't have a bunch of red neon light that's disrupting the picture quality. That's why. Come on, man. You can't be that dumb at the end of the day. You gotta be a little smarter than that at the end of the day. We can remember, I told you, this is what this environment's gonna be designed for. When you and Partey start doing fake demonstrations, we can come in here and duplicate your exact same demonstrations in here and play them back to show people how your fake demonstrations are. So how is it that I'm using more light than you are? My area is better lit than yours are. No neon lights, nothing to distract the screen. We got two of your products up here at the same time, and they're blended into the screen without that tannish look to it. Explain that one. But yet in your video, you have to keep in the dark little corner and all this red neon around it. Why is that? Why do you have all that neon in there to begin with? I'm pretty sure you got other areas of the house you could do the demonstration at. You did a demonstration on that Epson projector right over there by the door. You had no neon light over there. So why would you have it in that particular area? Yeah, to falsify your demonstrations, that's why. Do it again. People when they don't do the demonstrations correctly. Do it again. Till then, here you go, people. That's how it's done. And this product doesn't match a tablecloth. Now, we have all three of these. We have just the ivory version of it, the dark gray, the light gray, and the black. We have all of them. You want to see what it looks like on the ivory? Here's the ivory right over here. You ever seen what the UV looks like on an ivory? Ooh, not good. But let's let this play through because I want you to look at this up close so we can see if we have any discoloration to the screen or anything whatsoever. Nothing. If we have any tannish look to it, as he showed off in this demonstration, he had this kind of deep tan to it, this real dark tan to it. See if we can see any of that in there. And like I said, we're using a Sony VPO FH36, 1920 by 1200, 5200 lumens. Sony. If you were doing a demonstration for any company, the first thing they would say is, why do you have so much red neon in that section right there? You need to remove all that out of there, make it a neutral zone, and lighten it up. Always cutting corners, any chance you can get. Let's do another one. Now see, unlike when Crow does a demonstration, he'll pick one video and he'll push to that video. No, I'll show you multiple videos. We'll play it on different videos to show you that no matter what we change or how we change the outcome of this, that, and the other, it's still going to react the same way. Just like it's doing right now, reacting the same way. Just go buy the tablecloth, people, at the end of the day. And Jamie learned something from here. Not only did I do the demonstration, like I said, on two of your products at the same time, but my environment's well lit. As you can see, I'm not depending on an ultra short thermal light projector sitting back a good distance. On top of that, we got a distance strobe, fully lit environment. We did it with the windows open, and we're doing multiple applications instead of doing one application, so everybody can see on every single level. It's like you kind of like, you script the whole thing. You picked and choose what videos you would use. No, we do everything. Where's that discoloration coming in at? And mind you, the Cinemax is darker. I mean, the Metallica mix is darker than your Cinemax. That was not adding up here for you, Jamie. Let's go with this over here. Let's see what this does. See if we can find that dark tan that you pulled up in your video. That's what we're looking for. Looking for that dark tan. Let's see if we can find it here. Nope, not seeing it. Now this one's going to come up a little lighter because, like I said, this is a lighter version. This is a more darker version. The Metallica mix is darker than the personal mix. But where is this tannish, this dark tan you just displayed? I don't see it. Like I said, he's not an intelligent person at the end of the day. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to understand, Jamie, I have your products down here. We got the same surface down here. We can do the same video you just did. We can mimic your demonstration and beyond. So I went in and did your demonstration, mimicked it, and then came out and did other demonstrations on top of that. And your products are blending. There's no difference between night and day. Here comes the white levels. Let's see if we can see any discoloration. Now, hold on, wait, just stand in front of this for a minute. I want to see exactly the colors we have here. Now, if you notice that the Metallica mix is darker than the screen we have here, which is a tablecloth, right? A little darker. Look at that. So where is this tannish coming in at? And this is lighter. Wait. Let's pause that right there. Look at that. Look at that right there. Interesting. I don't see this dark tan. Let's go back. Maybe we're looking at things wrong in this video. Let's go back and look again. I want to make sure. I want to make 100% sure right on this, okay? I want to make sure. Let me turn this projector off for a minute. Let's see if I'm right on this. I just want to make sure, okay? I want to be 100% sure on this because I want to make sure we get the same tone there. Just want to make sure. I know I don't just run up this. Okay. Just want to see. Yep. Just want to make sure we got that same tone there. All right. Now that's how dark the tone was. Let's go back a little bit on that. I want to see that again, how dark that tone came in. See how dark that tone came in? How he was displaying it? Now, see how dark? Now that's supposed to be, now keep in mind, the Metallica mix is darker than the Cinema. So how is that the Metallica being darker is still blended into the surface that it's supposed to be the same thing he has there? Now look how dark that comes up. Now, knowing that, let's go back over here and look at these polar bears walking back and forth in all this snow. Let's see what we get over here. It don't look the same, does it? It's strange, isn't it? And it's interesting because the surface he's landed against, the Cinemax, is lighter. And this is darker. Isn't that interesting? I hate making you look like an idiot, Jamie, but you kind of asked for it at the end of the day. I really do. I hate to make you look like an idiot. But you do some of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my entire life. But I do join out in you. I do. Let's get some pretty colors over here. Let's get some pretty flowers. How about some pretty flowers, people? Oh, you Crow boys thought y'all had it, didn't y'all? I saw the comments at the bottom. Y'all thought y'all really had it, didn't y'all? You're not too smart at the end of the day. You're really not too smart. You really thought you had Mr. Bird, didn't you? Please, give me a break at the end of the day. What do you think, I was born yesterday? I told you I've been in this business for a long time. I've seen all the little tricks and all the little, I know them all. Why in the world would you display a screen, first of all, in such a dark little corner with so much red neon in that area to begin with? And yet we have two of his products here. One of them that's actually darker than the screen he's displaying in this video against the surface. And yet we're having no discoloration here at all, period. And you really thought you had me at the end of the day. Again, always 2 steps ahead at the end of the day. You guys have the intelligence of someone walking through a minefield with magnetic boots. I love this. It's like the Wile E. Coyote. It is. You come out here like, my name is Wile E. Coyote. I am a genius. And I crush you every single time. How smart do you feel right now? Boy, I tell you, this guy comes on here and makes you guys look like freaking idiots at the end of the day. And we come on here and say, look, this is what he's doing. So and so and so. And y'all just, I'm not saying my customers, you naysayers that come in there and tell me, oh yeah, he got you. You idiots at the end of the day. Are you kidding me? I've seen these tricks before. There you go. 2 of his products at the same time, same surface, and both of his products are matching each other in the process. That's what makes it even funnier. Oh my goodness. You make it so easy sometimes. You really do. But I saw the comments. Oh yeah, you got him this time. Yeah, you got him. When would you like me to kick out the chair from underneath you so you can swing back and forth? Like right now, which I'm doing right now, and maybe later. All right, people. At the end of the day, like I said, I can't stand people who fake their demonstrations. And this is why we're building this section in here, so we can debunk all those lies. Don't worry, Jamie. We'll have the rest of your stuff down here. And Partey will have all your stuff also. I'm going to do that multi-screen thing, the whole building thing process. Oh, we're going to do that one right there. We're definitely going to see what happens if we skip 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. What's going to happen with that? And at the end of the day, if you guys are going to continue to match tablecloths. Now, since you are on this road of proving yourself, which you failed miserably doing, how about you go out and pick up some of that Sherman Williams? Pop the top on that and paint that next to your screen and show a difference between night and day. Like I'm pretty sure when you walk outside at nighttime, you go, it looks like it's nighttime out here. Even though the sun's not out here, you know the difference between the two. Yeah, look at that. That is pathetic right there. Come on. Come on. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Blended both of your screens at the same time. Yeah, tablecloth, buddy. Tablecloth. We're not done yet with you. Hold on for a minute. I've still got some fun here. I'm going to take these down real quick. Let's bring it up. This is the ultra white version of it. This is the ivory version of it. This is both front and rear. I don't know how they made it front and rear, but it's a tablecloth that's actually front and rear. Let's see what happens if we stick our products up against here and there. Oh, and by the way, keep in mind, Crow Boys, real quick, you do know the entire time when we're displaying this, we do have some of the surface, what's it called? The Network Gray 773 smeared across the screen. Yeah, we have it on the sample sheet. Now, how are we going to do this here? Because we don't exactly have a backing for this right here. I don't want this to fall back on anything. We got something back here? We going to need this again? Yeah, that'll work for the time being right there. Let's need it right there. Man, that should be good. Hopefully it doesn't go anywhere. Now, this right here is the other tablecloth. This is the one that's actually really a light gray. This is the ivory. Now, for those of you who want them super, super bright levels, well, this is where the ivory comes in. And the ivory is basically front and rear, which is weird, but it is. Let's go to the color white. Oh, yes, there you go. There you go. See, look at that. Now, all that time you thought that he pulled the highest white level. The lie he told in his demonstration that his product could pull a screen color equal to a white level. Bull crap. There's no screen that can produce white level Only white level screens can do it. That's it. Like contrast screens. The only screen that can pull black contrast level is an actual black screen. There's no in between. Even when we use contrast shifting technology, it can mimic a contrast level. It does not produce a 100% contrast level. Only black tech can do that. So when he took the white sheet of paper and says, "Oh, my screen can," it's the same as the white screen. No, you lied. So many levels, it's not even funny. And mind, this screen's not even white. It's ivory. It's got off-white. 4K Snow screensavers. And this is the part where not only do I come in and I basically show where you falsified your demonstration, but now I come in and I shame your screen by pulling a screen that pulls a higher white level than your product. And yes, we have tested these against our screens. We tested everything against our screens at the end of the day. So let's see what we get on the white levels. There you go. At the end of the day, when Crow sits there and says out of his mouth and says that, "Oh, my screen pulls the highest white level," no, only a white screen pulls the highest white level. Even if you have a screen that's slightly gray, it's still going to come up dark compared to a lighter screen. So when he goes on and on and on about how black screens are so dark and blah, 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 at the end of the day, your product does the exact same thing. If you put it against a white screen, you're not going to pull the same white level as a white screen. But the sad thing about it is our black screens can blend into your screen with no problem, which is kind of crazy. And at the end of the day, we produce better color and contrast at the end of the day. But yeah, he's got to do that demonstration again. That demonstration was complete fake. I need this later on for something else when we're doing today. That's why we need to get all these screen sample sheets that we're building, get them down here, so that way we can have them for our test demonstrations. But at the end of the day, people, like I said, it is what it is. His product matches a tablecloth, and that's what it does. His environment was too dark. Number one, he had way too much red in the environment. I don't know why in the world you had that much neon popping off in your environment. I think it was to change the outcome of the color of the screen. And if you notice in the demonstration, he stuck to one video only. That was it. He didn't change up the video. He didn't show you anything different. He just stuck to that. So what he needs to do is take it, put it in another environment, take it out of all that neon, and do it again. And while you're at it, don't forget your paint. That's why when I'm looking at the screen, I was like, something doesn't look right there. And it didn't look right. So you're going to say, Jamie, that basically the only way that in my demonstration that I'm doing it in a far more well-lit environment than yours is, keep in mind, there's no neon in my environment. And yet I'm producing this on two of your screens at the same time with sunlight coming in the room. And yet your image is matching both of these with no problem. Then I'm taking my demonstration on my side. My demonstration is more honest than yours. Much more honest than yours. Your environment's so dark I can't even make out the objects in the front. I'm gonna tighten that stand a little bit. Let me see. Oh, we need this one right here. Gotta be careful of those fake demonstrations, people. There we go. Where's that tannish look? I'm not seeing it. I know, Crow Boys. I know it's embarrassing. I know it is. It's okay. It happens. It's what happens when you basically trust someone who bottom line who does not do the right demonstrations at the end of the day. That's what happens. Let's see. Let's put on some beautiful flowers. How about that? Some beautiful flowers. There we go. And keep in mind, like I said, the entire time we have Sherman Williams painted on the sample sheet right here. There you go. See it right there? That's a Sherman Williams right there. Painted right on the surface. There you go. You didn't see that there, did you? Yeah, it was there the whole entire time. But you can't see it, can you? It's right there. You see it? It's right there. It's right there. Can you see it? The Sherman Williams is right there. Not only do you match a tablecloth Crow at the end of the day, but your product matches Sherman Williams, which we have that on your personal mix smear to cost your sample sheet. And a lot of people don't realize that when we do the demonstration that it's actually there. Until we pull off and say, oh yeah, I forgot we had Sherman Williams over the whole entire time. Because I'm still looking for that dark, dark beige look that you showed. I'm not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I don't know what's going on. I'll let that play. You guys can watch. Bring my environment in here a little bit. I have to get ready to do a paint on demonstration for 235.1. And in that demonstration, I'm going to blow your screen paint out again on a projector that has a 20,000 to 1 contrast to show at the end of the day. Gray screen paints are nothing but a huge fail because you can't pick up on a 600 by 800 720p projector. That's the lowest you can get on the projector. That's an SVGA. That's a low projector. And if you can't pick up on that, when I hit that screen over there, that's the 235.1 we're painting in today. If he doesn't pick up on that screen over there, on that dark technology, oh, that's going to be a big eye opener. That's 600 by 800 SVGA. That is low as you can get on a 720p projector. That shows you at the end of the day that you have to depend on an expensive projector to make your product look good. And if your customers have anything lower than that, then it's not going to work too well, is it? It's not going to look the same way in your demonstration. At the end of the day, stop doing fake demonstrations at the end of the day. You just give me ammunition at the end of the day. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Oh, man. Still looking for that tan, right? I'm still looking for that tan too. I'm not seeing it. Where's that dark tan? I'm not seeing it. Maybe we're doing something wrong here. I'm trying to get that dark tan. I love rock and roll. Put another tone in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. You might come up with me. Yeah, you match this perfectly. You definitely do. I'm going to paint some of your paint right along here in this spot right there for some demonstrations too. I'm going to get another one and put your paint on there too. Sherman Williams Network Gray 773. Yes, sirree. Don't forget to pick that up too while you're out. Oh, like I said, we got this another paint called Timeless. I think it's called Timeless Gray. It costs 97 cents. We got some of that coming in. I already posted it already. I already ordered. It's going to be on its way. And I ordered some black ones for myself. I'm going to come. You think I'm going to miss out on that fun right there? Oh, heck no. Come on. I don't do stuff like that. I don't deliberately just go out and buy this and just throw it at somebody because I buy my own too. Yes, I do. Gonna miss that opportunity to have some fun with my own stuff. Come on now. Where's the fun at? Look at that. Where's that tannish look? I'm just looking for this tannish look. I'm hunting for a crow. I'm not seeing it. Am I doing something wrong here? It's not doing the same thing in your demonstration. Same fabric. With two of your surfaces at the same time. Oh, and I'm being sarcastic. I'm sorry, I am being sarcastic. But it's funny because at the end of the day, he just does some really dumb stuff. I mean, he really thought he was going to get on camera and get away with that dumb freaking cutting corner demonstration. You really thought you was going to get away with that dumb nonsense. At the end of the day. Again, Wile E. Coyote. Just in there in your cave, just thinking about, yeah, he's in a cave. That's kind of funny, yeah. In your cave, thinking about all kinds of ways you're going to, I bet you got all kinds of stuff. What's the Acme Acres and stuff that comes there? Wile E. Coyote pixel. Yeah, that's what it is, Acme Acres, yeah. Just think about all the things like, I got him this time. I got him. I got him. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the screen, put a lot of red neon, put it in the dark. And I'm going to do the same thing. And I got him. I got him this time. I got him. No, you don't. You just made a fool of yourself. That's what you did. I got him. I got him. And now you're I'm going to do what you, man. I just want to do to you. I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to send you a pillow that says Kenny on it. You got two choices. You can punch it or you can yell into it. Either way, it'll help you out. You do some, I hate to call people stupid at the end of the day, but good gracious, man. Seriously? I couldn't make this stuff up. I tell you, some of the stuff we get on this guy, I couldn't make it up at the end of the day. He had a demonstration, grown man sitting in the dark, all up on top of the screen. The Sony demonstration, which shows the city skyline going across, all up on top of the screen. Camera this close to the screen like this. Look at the contrast levels. Look at the contrast levels. And you can tell the environment was dark because if the slightest amount of light would have popped up in there, that screen would have automatically just turned gray right there. So that means he was in the dark right up on top of the screen doing the demonstration. Man, is it that bad? Is it that bad that you got to go down to that road? Let's have a look at this again. We got to go back over there and have a look at this again. Hold on for a minute. I got to look at how dark your environment was again. Your environment was crazy dark. How do you deal with that nonsense at the end of the day? Let's go back and look at that dark color again. Look how dark that color was. So how come we're not getting the same color? What are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong that we're not getting the right color? Let's see how dark your environment was. Look at this. Look how dark that environment is. Are you kidding me? This is where you did your demonstration at. In this dark environment with all this red pushing off in this corner. Yeah, that red disrupted your picture quality right there from the door. Look at all that red he's got blown off in the area. Look at that. Look how dark the environment is. That is pathetic, Crow. That is pathetic. Now this is how dark, let me see right here. This is how dark the color was supposed to go on our face, right? That's what you're saying? Now mind you, like I said, we got the Cinemax over here. The Cinemax, not the Cinemax, we have the Metallica mix. The Metallica mix is darker. But look how dark your environment is. Why is your environment so dark? And you got a nerve to point the camera at the door? There is no light coming from the door entering that area right there. Look at that. I don't know whether or not you're in there trying to, what are you calling it, ghosts? You're having a seance over there? Look how dark it is over there. It's like something out of The Omen, the Amityville Horror. Why do you have so much red in this section right here? And then got a nerve to take the camera and point it at the door as if the door was just bringing any light in that section. But let's go walk into my environment. Let's see how well lit my environment is. No red, no neon, none of that nonsense. Not using an ultra short though projector, so we're sitting right up on top of the screen, none of that. Sitting at a good distance. Got all the light we got coming in. Got the sunlight coming in from the window. The overhead lights here. Nice and bright. And look at that. No tannish to the screen, nothing. It's matching your product with no problem. How about we open up a window? Let's let some light to the window. My neighbor's like, why doesn't you open the curtain? Why does it close? Because I'm testing. I'm always testing. Testing 1, testing 2, testing 3. Now, when you took your camera, you turned around and looked at the door like light was coming through. There you go. Got light here. All this light. Look at that sunlight pushing it. Ooh, man, that's bright, ain't it? Ooh. There we go. So we have more light in the environment than you do. We got two of your surfaces at the same time, one being darker than the physical screen you showed in the demonstration, plus the surface itself, and you're blending into both of them at the same time with no problem whatsoever. There you go, Skippy. So at the end of the day, I'm sorry, people. I know you Crow boys thought y'all had a little victory at the end of the day. It was short-lived. But at the end of the day, yes, a tablecloth will do the same thing as your screen paint. And I did it with 10 times more light. And on top of that, I did it with more demonstrations there too also. Let's see how much we get from a color change. Okay, so let's bring it back here where we're supposed to be at, because this is where we're supposed to be at. Not up on top of the screen. Red screen. Oh, that's not good. That's really bad. Let's do a color pattern, something he didn't do in the demonstration. Blue screen. You know that, no beige, no discoloration to the screen. Let's go see with that blue screen in there. How about that? No. Now I told you that this right here being the Metallica mix is darker. See how it came up a little bit darker on this side? So how is this darker, but yet the screen is being lighter? The screen did come out with that beige look to it. How is that possible? We got two different shades on the screen here. Not one, two. Let's go with slow color change out. Now I could have ended this demonstration a long time ago, but I kind of got a lock on you now, and I'm not going to let go for a bit. When you do dumb stuff like this, it's good to properly embarrass you. So that way you understand in the long run, don't do it again. Don't get on camera. Don't do dumb stuff like that again. Embarrass yourself. Where's the beige coming up, Crow? We got two of your products. You both have two different shades. All these have three different shades. The screen and your products. Where's that dark color coming up at? I'm not seeing it. And we got all this light popping off in here. What's going on? I'm going to title this video and completely destroyed and embarrassed Crow's tablecloth demonstration. Next time you do the demonstration, do it right. Stop faking demonstrations. I can't stand people fake their demonstrations. Do your demonstration right. Fake demonstrations, man. Embarrassing. Did a color change on you too on top of that. We didn't do one demonstration. We did that demonstration, color change, white levels, contrast, everything. I believe in being very thorough when I do demonstrations. So where's that dark color coming up at? Because we're doing a color swap out and it's blended into your screen with no problem. On top of that, and blending the Sherman Williams into your personal mix at the same time. That don't look good. That is your paint that I had on my finger. Yeah, your stuff blends in right into it. I could wash your stuff in this paint and it still blend into it. $4K demonstration. I don't mind messing. Screen just buy me another one. Yeah, Crow. Yeah, sure. That's your Cinemax. I just rubbed my hands into your screen with your paint right into the surface. Want to see me do it again? There you go. There's your product right here. Take some of that and put that on my hands. If I'm going to embarrass you, I'm going to embarrass you. See this right here? Watch this. It's just nice and saturated. Rub that in there nicely. There we go. Your product is a joke at the end of the day. How much more do I have to embarrass you at the end of the day? I literally took my hands and stuck it into your paint and rubbed it into the tablecloth. Look at that. Pathetic. Look at this. Look at this. Your Sherman Williams paint. I'm gonna embarrass you really bad now for what you just did. Doing dumb stuff at the end of the day. Look at this. See that? Look at that. Look how it blends into your product. Trash at the end of the day. Look at this. All your product blends into each other. That's what it does. It all blends into each other. That's why you call yourself Sherman Williams paint. That's what we call it. It blends into each other. You blend right into the tablecloth. You blend right into your own screens. All your stuff blends together. There's nothing new about your product. It's nothing but black and white paint. That's all it is at the end of the day. Where's the difference? Where's the difference? I'm wiping my hands off on the screen. Your paint. Look at this. Rub it right on in there. Look at that. That's what I mean by embarrassing you at the end of the day. You can't even see your product. It blended right into that. Sherman Williams paint. That's what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all it is. Black and white paint. I can get bullseye primer and I can match your screen at the end of the day. As a matter of fact, I got the cheap stuff coming in. This stuff is only going to cost me 97 cents. I'm going to pour that in the container. I'm going to put that right up on your screen and it'll blend right on in. Look at this. That's your product there. That right there on this one is the whatchamacallit, the 773. All blending together. Look at that. All your products all blend together. All of them. Nothing different. Nothing different. Nothing different. Where's this beige screen supposed to be up here? No beige screen. Yeah, right. Pathetic. Sorry, people, but I had to embarrass him. He deserved it. At the end of the day, Crow doesn't know how to act right. Crow doesn't know how to do proper demonstrations at the end of the day. He doesn't. Cut corners any chance he gets. Does fake demonstrations. That's what you do. You didn't prove anything at the end of the day. All you did was take a screen, stuck it in a dark environment, hit it with a whole bunch of red neon. That red neon changed the outcome of your screen. That's why it was coming up beige. Did your demonstration, did a bunch of other demonstrations, took 2 of your screen paint products, took your product and rubbed it into the screen, and it all matched with no problem whatsoever. You did your demonstration in the dark. This is compared to my environment compared to yours. Well-lit environment. Nothing disrupting the picture quality at all. All you do is fake demonstrations. And I got to come out here and I got to embarrass you like that at the end of the day. If I were you, I would delete the video if I were you. Because I'm going to use it against you every chance I get. We'll add that to the list. That'll be added to the list of the slew of demonstrations of you basically faking your stuff at the end of the day. So guess what, people? At the end of the day, Crow's demonstration's a fail. And this product matched 2 of his paints out here, and we did that without being in the dark with a bunch of red neon wrapped around the screen at the end of the day. We got no tanness, no discoloration, and I even went as far as to take his product, rub it in my hands, and rub it into the screen. And you still couldn't see the difference. So yes, this product does match the tablecloth. Now, Crow, if you want to, how about you go out and get that 773. Pick that up too while you're at it. Oh, man. I'm going to wash this junk off my hands. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Embarrassing. He just embarrassed me. How dare he? Did he just embarrass me on YouTube like that? Yeah, I did. I embarrassed you. Made you look like a complete idiot on YouTube, like you usually are. I'm sorry, I hate to call people idiots in the day. Look at this. Look at this. Just look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at my surrounding area. Look how much light we got in the surrounding area. We're doing this demonstration on. Look at this. Look at this right here. See how much light I got coming in? Just follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. I love these jokers at the end of the day. You gotta get, they are funny. Look how much light he got in his environment where he's doing his demonstration at. I don't know, like I said, I don't know whether you're having a seance or you basically doing a reenactment of the Omen. Why in the world does your environment look like that for a demonstration? That's pretty sad. Yeah, that's sad. You're going to be in the dark again doing more demonstrations. That's pretty much where you're at most of the time anyway, in the dark. Let me get this off here real quick. That is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, my goodness, I tell you. That man's sitting in the dark. I don't know whether he's about to have a seance or he's doing a reenactment of the Omen. All that red light in that room in there. You know, it reminds me of Kramer's apartment. Remember Kramer's apartment when he was living next to Kenny's Chicken and they had the red light that was sitting to his apartment? Yeah, life on the red planet. That's what it looked like in there. Good gracious, I don't know how in the world you can be around all that dark. Oh. All right, let's get back to some real demonstrations. I got to get back to work. Let's get back to some real demonstrations. My goodness. I get tired of embarrassing you jokers at the end of the day. Oh, you're looking at my black screen over there. It's gorgeous, ain't it? Look at that. And we got the sunlight coming in right through the window right over here. Look at this. Look at the sunlight piercing through the window right here. Look at my screen. Is that beautiful or what? Jamie don't know nothing about that. He don't know anything about that. He's too busy blocking out the light. He's afraid of the light. You sure you ain't part vampire? I think you might be part vampire. You're always in the dark. I wouldn't surprise me if you wasn't. Wouldn't surprise me if you was a vampire. Look at that. See that light hitting my screen? Look at that. I love this, man. And he's sitting in the dark, looking like the red planet off of Kramer. You gonna mess around and your records gonna be all messed up. When Kramer went in the kitchen to get that freaking milk, he thought it was milk. It was tomatoes. I thought that was milk. Oh, it's funny, man. Your product is supposed to be the best of the best, and you look like you're on the red planet right now. What the hell nonsense is that? Why is the environment so dark? Now he's mad at me. I ain't mad at me because I'm doing my demonstrations, man. You're not supposed to cut corners. You're not supposed to cut corners when you do demonstrations. That's why, like I said, you take his product, any customer take his product and stick that in this environment, his levels are not going to pull up. Can't even see contrast at the end of the day. All right, I got to get out of here. I'm finished here. That was fun. I do like coming in and crushing them real quick. Gotta go.